Hi, I'm Michael Brown for RESCU TV, and on the Beauty Bubble couch we have Andrea Michelle from Fox in Flats. Now, you may not be able to see, but these flats are pretty good, and I'm a heel person myself. Not me wearing them, but I just love girls in them. But these flats, so tell us how you got into Fox in Flats.
Well, I used to be kind of a corporate girl, and I used to wear heels all the time, and then I had my first child, and I had I had a much more practical lifestyle that I had to lead, you know, pushing the pram
so from
around.
Here to there to there.
Yeah, and I actually had nothing, I didn't know what to wear. Like, I literally didn't know what to wear. So obviously I had to wear flats.
Yes.
And I had
it's like it's like, oh, I had to wear flats.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. I mean, I think I owned some thongs and some sneakers, but that's all.
Gym and beach, not for daily
Just
routine.
not. I mean, I used to go supermarket shopping in heels beforehand. So, yeah, this couldn't continue. So I had to, and I found that I fell into a real fashion rut because I didn't know how to wear these more practical things that I needed to wear with this new lifestyle. So, and that's actually why I started Fox in Flats, because I guess I was trying to make over my own style to fit this new period of life.
Well, it is a life-changing experience.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got less time to get ready. You've got, you know, usually less money because
I'm sure many
you're working part-time. And also your body shape's changed because you've had a baby, and you know, there's a real transition time, and you're sleep deprived. So I think all of the makeup tips and ideas and things that you used to use before, you need to find a new approach to them because you've got more bags under the eyes.
Okay, excellent. And talking about beauty, I mean, that lip, I mean, when I first met Andrea today, I was like, what is that? And we have it in front of us, and I'm so excited to tell you what it is because, like you said, you get a lot of comments on that particular lip look.
My combo,
And like, just starting with because it's a red, but you start actually with an orange-based pencil, which is a different look.
I kind of accidentally came across this lip colour, but yeah, everyone always asks me about it. Now, I discovered the Chanel lip crayon recently, and I wish that I discovered this baby sooner because this has got a really nice, beautiful, soft texture when you put it on your lips.
Many would buy an orange, like maybe an orange lipstick, but an orange pencil.
I know, but
so how did you just find it, or did you put it on?
I'm a big fan of orange lipstick. I'm a big fan of a bright lip because I think when you've got a tired face and you know you're a bit sleep deprived, if you've got a real pop of colour on your lips, that can detract from everything else. So that's one of my really big go-to tips. But I find with you know, everyone knows about red lipstick. And how great that is. It's a classic look. But orange is actually, I think, a much fresher look. Sometimes
it can be on the right skin tone.
On the right
and the right
colour.
Absolutely amazing.
And on Fox in Flats, we run style dares every couple of months where we challenge people to step outside of their fashion or beauty comfort zones and try different things. And orange lipstick is one of the things that I regularly put up there as a style dare.
It's not as
for a style
common,
challenge.
is it? No, like
and it's the one that everyone freaks out about and goes, orange lipstick, I'm not wearing it. I'm not going to do it. It scares people.
My makeup work, I use orange a lot. I mean, for for blonde, you know, girls with a nice tan skin, it's beautiful. For an olive-based skin, though, you have to go with a certain type of orange because if you go too light and coral, it can just look wishy-washy on their olive skin. But yours is a great balance. But also, like, because you mix a few things with it, and like
so I start with this very bright Chanel thing. I actually today topped it with
got the makeup bag right in front of us, which is amazing.
Let's dig in and get real here. I top it with a Chanel, really bright orange Chanel. Here we go. This baby.
Okay, so that's a real orange.
And that's like this is like really bright kind of stuff.
That's an orange.
And it's too bright to wear like that for most days. So what I then do is I turn it down with this, which is my favourite red at the moment, which is Model Co Stiletto. Party proof lipstick. And this is one of those ones that you put on and it stays on. I put it on with a lip brush because you want to get a bit more precision there. But it stays on and it stays on for ages.
I use the party proofs in my makeup kit a lot for shoots, especially when the model's wearing them for a long time because they last. Also, just for those days when you want like a stain, a little fingerprint, little press, and that is amazing. Good choice.
Thanks. I mean, I think the thing with with wearing a bright lip is that you want. It looks so good, but you don't want to wear a bright colour and then have to be reapplying it all the time. You need to have that precision there, but you want it to stay. And a lot of the long-wearing lipsticks get crusty.
But also, that's why I tend to use my fingertip a lot, because when you're painting on, it's good to get the edges, obviously, you know, perfected. But when you're using your fingertip, you're actually pressing pigment into the lip. Right. So you're staining it. So then it lasts for hours and there's not as much transfer when you're having a coffee or kissing someone.
Yeah, right.
Because you're pressing it into the lip, you know, rather than being like, yeah, it's so good. Yeah, and then let's talk about...
and the other thing, I didn't do this today, but I often then... If it's still looking a bit bright and I want more of a day look with this kind of colour, I top it with this, which is my go-to everyday lipstick. Yeah. I'm not actually sure what it's called. It's like a L'Oreal.
It's kind of... I can't really read the E there. Correct. I want to say caress, but I'm not sure if it's caress.
I know, right? But this is just a beautiful, you can see this is very well worn. It's so just a beautiful lip colour and gives a stain.
Takes it one notch down.
Yeah, and it gives you a gloss, but that gloss finish stays on too.
Oh, very nice. So I think the good thing about this is you're not always, well, sometimes you're not always going to find that perfect one lip. Maybe get 2 or 3 of your favourites and then build them. Either go more on one colour one day for a brighter or go less the other so you can really balance it out. That's a really good tip. Now, talking about skin. Skin for me is so important as a makeup artist. And you've got this beautiful L'Oreal Lumi foundation. Yeah. So why does this one, I mean, it's light infusing, which I love anything that's got light in it, but why do you love this one for? I mean, you're obviously busy.
Yeah.
You're a mum, and obviously with the site and everything, and it must be just, you know, crazy some days.
It's crazy days at my place. Number one, you can buy it from the supermarket.
Yes.
Now, this is a really big thing for, you know, particularly when you've got young kids. I mean, everyone's busy, but really to go into a department store to get new cosmetics can be really, really difficult.
The parking, the walking, you've got to talk to the consultant, you know, it can take a while.
If you've got young kids, I had this incident with one of my children with a MAC counter once when they were really young, and they pulled a whole lot of the cosmetics down.
Oh, did they?
And I'm like, I'm really quite reticent to go into cosmetics.
Shopping early and putting makeup on.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, being able to buy certain brands easily is very important to me.
Okay.
But this one, I keep buying it because it goes on really easy. It's easy to apply. Smooth. I find I don't have to muck around with it.
What do you use to apply?
Just my fingers, just my fingertips.
Yeah, that's good.
And I just smooth it on. I use a primer beforehand. I use like Clarins Beauty Flash is what I use.
That's a good one.
But I mix it up. But that's the one I keep going back to.
And foundation's a daily thing for you?
Yeah. Even if I'm going to the gym, I must admit.
I love it. Okay.
I don't know. I found out I had some skin pigmentation after I was pregnant, and it seems to have gone over the years. It just evens it out a little bit.
You know what, I often mix my primer in with the foundation. So if you're using Beauty Flash, you can mix it a little bit in just to dilute it a little bit for things like gym or the weekend or just going somewhere more casual, you know, or mix your serum or moisturiser into it. Yeah. Don't always think you have to just have the one foundation because it can change texture.
Well, what I like about this is that it is it looks really light and fresh. And I often get people asking me on Instagram what foundation I use, and it's not a tricky filter that I'm using.
So you're taking the selfie, are you?
I use a lot of filters on Instagram, but
this is your filter daily.
This is my daily filter. Yeah, it does give a nice glow and a nice natural finish. So that's why I keep going back to that one.
Perfect. And lastly, an eyeliner. And I'm thinking, yes, it's black. So black liner.
I know, it's so 90s of me, isn't it, to have like a kohl liner.
But I'm seeing your makeup now, and it doesn't look like a typical, black, really heavy liner, which can actually close the eyes sometimes. So you must smudge it or do something with it to make it a bit softer.
I'm using a Bobbi Brown one at the moment, but I kind of, mix it up with different brands. But I'm really into the idea of having the pencil tip and having the thing at the other side. So
that helps. Yeah.
Because I think any way you can get beauty products that can do 2 things at once, and you've got less things in your beauty basket. I think
multitasking is the best.
So I mean, look, I know. Again, I do this daily. This is my daily kind of thing. I actually line the inner rims of your eyes with it, and the top, that top inner
under the
lash.
What
is that called?
The upper lash under the
I do that too. And I know that some people say that can close up your eyes and make them smaller. But I find for me, I've got sort of green eyes, and that gives them a bit of definition.
But what you're doing is you're still contouring your socket area, which is a big thing. I think some women just use the black eyeliner and no eyeshadow, and that's going to close the eye because their skin can come forward. So you must do a bit of contour.
I do. I mean, I also line the top of the lashes too, and I smudge it with that smudgy tip.
Amazing.
And yeah, and I use a light sort of brownish eye makeup.
Yeah.
Too. But you know, if I don't have time, I'll just do the smudge on top, and I might just put some. You know, this like this YSL.
Yeah, we used that before. I love that.
I call it the magic stick.
I just call it the magic stick.
You know, I might just put that on top and then just.
It's good to see that we're layering, we're mixing, we're having fun with it. And I think don't just buy products and go, that's only for the eye, that's only for the lip. Like, you know, I use this on cheeks. I use products everywhere, which is great.
And I think to that end, you know, things like lip colour, they can easily do double duty on your cheeks too if you don't have time.
And even eyes sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, how about off duty? You know, obviously you're a mum as well.
Yeah.
So what do you do at home? Do you apply makeup and do you have a different look, or you know, is it the same pretty much all the time? From Foxing Flats business to mum.
Well, okay, I guess this is my Foxing Flats business look. This is not how I would be sitting at my desk writing.
You never know.
you know, sometimes I do. If I've got to write about something a bit more glamorous, and I just don't have my writing mojo on,
get into the mode.
I'm the kind of person who will go and I might put on like a bit of a fur coat, faux fur,
Amazing.
and you know, put on some fresh perfume and light a candle and touch up my makeup.
Because in the mood,
because then
makes
I
you right.
feel fabulous and it gets me in the mood.
Tip. I love the fact that you layer and you play with textures, and that is your end result rather than I use one product here, one product there, and that's it, because it's fun to work with it.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Thank you so much for coming in today with the Beauty
having
Bubble
me.
and finding out your favourite products and secrets.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
And enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks, darling.
Thank you.